And here to talk with us about the promise and drawbacks of various types of stem cells is one of Germany's most prominent embryonic stem cell researchers, Daniel Besser from the Max Delbrück Center for Molecular Medicine here in Berlin. Thanks for joining us. Stem cell research continues to be very promising, but we're still waiting for it to make a concrete impact on medicine. How soon do you think we can expect treatments?
It's very difficult to put a concrete time on things like that. These are scientific developments in the future, and you don't really know how long it will take. We think about 5, 10 years before we will have concrete therapies coming out of using this undifferentiated pluripotent stem cells without that this can be a concrete date. We have stem cell therapies already existing in terms of blood replacement and so on and so forth. So there will be more stem cell-based therapies coming in the near future based on somatic cells, but also based on, at some point, hopefully, on embryonic cells or pluripotent cells.
Well, you work with embryonic stem cells, and the ethics debate surrounding them has been raging for 10 years now. It probably will not die down anytime soon. Do you think that alternative stem cell technology, like we saw in our report, will be able to replace this at some point?
I mean, we're definitely very excited about developments like this, and this has been, a lot of researchers in the world have been pushing into this kind of other sources of pluripotent undifferentiated cells which can replace embryonic stem cells. We are not there yet. We are not 100% sure that, for example, the cells from Tübingen or also the well-discussed induced pluripotent cells, which come from body cells of every patient. So we would be in a position from every patient to have a tailored a pluripotent cell. We're not 100% there yet, that we can really say these are the same as the bona fide embryonic stem cells which are derived from blastocysts.
As we said, President Barack Obama recently freed up federal funding in the U.S. for embryonic stem cell research. What kind of impact do you think that will have on the field as a whole?
In the field as a whole, I think this is a very positive impact. It takes a little bit away this black or dark corner of embryonic stem cell research, and because we get now in the States the allowance also to use public funds again for newer stem cells. It will not have a direct impact on laws in other countries since they are independent states, so they will not right away follow whatever comes from the United States. But overall, I think this is a very positive impact on the international stem cell research community.
Are we running the danger of seeing a brain drain to the U.S. of stem cell researchers because of the looser regulations?
The brain drain is more also of a question of how much money is spent on research. So America still has to peak up again what they spend on research. That went very strongly down in the Bush administration, and it is not back to where it used to be. So brain drain for Germany or for the European countries is also a big question of how much money is spent in Europe for research and how much money is spent in America. So in the moment, I don't see the problem of brain drain just because of the public funds.
All right, Daniel Besser, thank you very much for joining us here today.